I think something that drives me nuts more than anything else, Elon Musk just did this recently, where he was like, I think what I would do is simply lay on top of you. I call it the walrus technique. And then he just like talks about how he could beat up fighters despite them being trained in jiu-jitsu because he is simply too big. I'm too big for that stuff, man. You can't do it on me. I just stand up. It drives me nuts. I do think that it has an effect. I'm not saying it doesn't, but like most of the time average Joes are worse, believe it or not, than people who train to fight. And that's what we're gonna watch today.
Have you ever watched a professional fighter in action and thought to yourself, yeah, that actually looks like the easiest thing ever?
I'm not gonna say the easiest thing ever, but I have watched, gosh, this sounds terrible. I have watched some people fight and been like, I feel like I'm better than they are. Now, here's the thing. Being better technically than fighters and being better at fighting than fighters are two very different things. Lots of people are not the most technically savvy, but just have something different inside of them, you know? Let's move on.
And then acted upon that thought?
Ooh.
Probably not. Because fighting is hard. And the athletes, though mostly nice, are terrifying. Not everyone has been able to stop themselves, though. Here's a list of fake tough guys challenging pro fighters. Lorenzo Travino takes on a street fighter.
I actually don't know who that is. Oof. Oof. Okay, so this guy apparently had been calling out this fella for quite a bit. The commentary on this video does a very good job of giving you all the context, but we're reacting. Just go watch that video if you'd like to. It'll be linked down below. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, God. Oh. Ooh. Oh, no. No, that's so unfortunate. Ow, my shoulder. I forgot I hurt myself yesterday. You get the idea. Just run the video back and put some... Oh, boy. That's unfortunate. There's just such a commitment to punches here. Look, boom, boom, boom. He threw 3 punches. The dude was 7 feet away. Ooh, look at all the angles this guy's taking too. Stop it! Stop it! Call an ambulance! Oh God! Oh, gosh. I will admit, for a punching bag, he's doing a good job. He doesn't even need to... He doesn't even have to do this. There's nothing about this that's gonna land any less than that has. That's been working for you. It's like that fast. You don't have to... This is for people who are good. Like, you have to use tricks and crazy stuff against people who are good. I guess he's just kind of showboating, but man, what a crazy start we're up to right now, huh? Let's actually break down a little bit of this. So, wonderful shot to the body by Travino, I think is his name. Shoot! Man, this thing is being launched from outer space. Interesting here to see Travino a little worried about this. But you have to, with these random guys, you have to be a little worried because the initiation, the trajectory, it's all gonna look different, which can be a little dangerous, which is why you shouldn't get into street fights, to be honest. But look, look, I mean, not bad form if he's like throwing a baseball or a football. Elbow first. He's got like a, right? But that's not how you throw it. The punch still hasn't even like moved forwards yet. It's been all elbow like this. And then what's he gonna do? Flick it at the end? Why are we still here? If you want to know, I hit a nasty sumo throw in practice and I landed. So we were like this and then we went like this and then he hit the ground first and then I landed. I pretty much piked into the ground with my shoulder. Great shoulder roll, Seth. I couldn't really shoulder roll because I was like I was locked up with him, you know? What's really funny is if there was a coach in the room, they'd be like, pick your hands up. And then this guy's just been ripping the body the whole time. And then you see his elbows start to come down because he's like, gosh, I have like 17 new ribs that have just come from being separated from other parts of my ribs. And then the coach is gonna be like, pick your hands up. And he picks his hands up and then just crack.
Toughness alone doesn't win fights. And the street fighter tasted defeat and was knocked down with an overhand right. You think this street fighting tough guy learned his lesson? Carlos Condit versus Soldier.
You think this soldier learned his lesson?
The UFC frequently held events for the troops to show support. They'd have certain fight night events for them and would send athletes to different locations.
My wife makes fun of me for this all the time. Having a mustache, liquid gets in my mustache all the time, and then it just like drips down after I'm done taking a sip. I didn't spill.
With the people in uniform. Carlos Condit, Michael Bisping, and a few other prominent names in the UFC went to Afghanistan to visit the troops.
Ooh, hit me as hard as you want to get hit. That's what Condit said here, the UFC fighter. He said, hit me as hard as you want to get hit. And don't hit that guy hard. If somebody says that, take that to the bank. I'm saying ensure your safety. Because, look, hit me as hard as you want to get hit. Some people, I will say, don't even land anything cool on them, because if you do, you're asking for it. You're asking for a smackdown. I'm not talking Friday night on WWE. If you, like, bang, rip it in just a little bit too hard, or you throw something that's even from the outside a little bit too hard, and you knew it wasn't going to hit. If you show that intensity, oh boy. Let's see how it goes.
So the Soldier starts things off with a bit of a cheap shot. The Soldier throws his right hand at 100% and connects on the natural-born killer, which gave Condit the green light on hitting hard in response. Carlos began piecing this guy up. Body shots, quick hooks to the face, and great movement had this soldier.
This is what I'm talking about, though. The Soldier's not like a slouch, but he's awkward. He's got like a weird forwards pressure. Because of that, Carlos throws a body shot and then a hook and then a cross, but because like this guy's distancing is weird, it pushes Carlos back and he kind of falls backwards a little bit off a combo that I bet he wouldn't typically.
This Soldier thinking he bit off a bit more than he could chew. It was too late to go back and throw that initial strike lightly, however. Condit lands a head kick that rocks the Soldier, and then a right hand that sends him to the...
You know everybody here is loving this. This guy right here, most likely, sucks. No, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I don't know how these things work. But if you walk up to the UFC fighter and you're like, yeah, I'm going to try and knock that guy out, you probably suck.
Rule of thumb, when Condit says to hit him only as hard as you want to be hit, just take it lightly. Because we promise he can fight better than you. Alistair...
Is Ultimate Marshall the voiceover guy from America's Funniest Home Videos? Is this just a dude on Fiverr? Hello. I don't know if you know what day it is. Actually, I don't either, that you're watching this. But Christmas is coming up. And if you're looking for a gift for someone who might be a little bit on the more vertically challenged side, I got something for ya. This is my children's book, and it's something I'm really proud of, and honestly, I think people would really like. This is the story of a pair of boxing gloves, and its journey to achieve greatness through a father and son. More about the success of the journey, though, it's about the bonds that we create with our family and friends through shared activities. Before I ask you to buy these, the support that I've already gotten for this has been absolutely insane. We've got our third shipment coming in. They should ship out November 30th, and with 2-day shipping, it means that I should get any book to you guys before Christmas. You know, I'm not some higher power who can guarantee that you'll get your stuff by Christmas, but honestly, I really do think you would get it before Christmas. In fact, if you don't, I will figure out some way to make it right for you guys. But yeah, this book is really cool. It means a lot to me, and I hope you'll consider it. Also, I just designed this awesome crew neck, Merry Kickmas. It's a play on words, and added the little Santa guy with the nunchucks and the flying kicks to this cool like snow globe ornament. They're gonna be right next to the books in the website, senseiset.com. Thank you again. Now, back to watching people get beat up.
Overeem versus Reporter.
Ooh, I wonder if this is Ubereem.
When a reporter challenged Alistair Overeem...
That wasn't the reporter, was it?
When a reporter
Is he gonna uppercut her through the sky?
Challenged Alistair Overeem. No, not that clip.
Just checking.
Yeah, this guy. When this reporter was trying to do media with Alistair Overeem, he seemed to have challenged the Reem to a grappling match. The reporter asked for no punches to be thrown, but it's Overeem. He'll do whatever he wants. As the reporter lunged forward at Alistair, it's obvious that he's going 100% and straining himself to make a point for some reason, whereas Reem is...
Oh, wait a minute. Hold the phone.
Going 100% and straining himself to make a point for some reason.
Look at this. Look at this, you know, that takedown? I don't know what these freaking takedowns are called. But look, he wraps the front leg around the outside of Ubereem's leg, boop, and hits a nasty little sweep here, a little takedown.
While in the clinch, the reporter goes for a takedown, but Overeem sprawls out. They both land in a
He landed that takedown.
Neutral position.
They did land in a neutral position.
But Overeem gets on top and stands back up. The reporter continues to push forward, but Overeem moves his hip
He got his back. Look, that's what I'm saying. You can't do cool stuff, okay? The second you do something cool, this is their job. This is their livelihood. This is his thing. He's gonna be better than you at it. He also has a job where the whole point of his job is to be better than another man at physical prowess. Like, obviously there's a little bit of ego that goes to that. There has to be. Don't push his buttons.
And stops any takedowns. It seems that the light body shots freeze the smaller man and finally stop him from moving forward. And it's then that Overeem hit a very clean trip, sending the reporter to the mat in a very swift manner. What do you think? Did the reporter go a bit too hard right off the bat?
No, he hit a nasty takedown. I mean, yes, he did go too hard off the bat. Look, shboop. Kept his head on the backside. Watch. So his head's on, he switches his head over to this side, gets the foot in front, boop, pulls on the shirt. That helps. Not bad. Not bad, old reporter man.
Joe Rogan versus Fear Factor contestant. Not the couples therapy they asked for, but the couples therapy they need.
I've definitely seen this before. Let's evaluate this body shot first. Boom. Not really the best punch. Probably didn't feel good. Good placement here, though. Look at how she kind of finds the shot. Do we see her elbow on the backside? Elbow up, punching down, which means that something I always say, if you're gonna punch, right, you wanna have your elbow on the backside of the trajectory. So if your punch is going up, you don't wanna have it like this. You wanna have it on the backside, putting a little weight behind your punch, which is probably why it knocked this poor curly-haired blonde gentleman backwards. All right, Ultimate, it's up to you.
Wife of a toxic couple on Fear Factor attacked another contestant for chirping at her while she was in the middle of a challenge.
Freaking challenge chirped?
Called him names and assaulted him.
Is that The Miz? I think it's The Miz. Yeah, that's definitely The Miz. I
Joe Rogan to be the voice
Fear
of reason.
Factor.
Rogan firmly stated that she can't just go around and assault people.
That is true.
Rogan then said that it's one thing for her and her husband to hit each other.
Okay, I can hear this clip now. He goes, hey, and he goes, don't hey me, and he goes, no, hey, and Joe Rogan goes, no, hey, or something. It's something that involves hays and no hays and hey, no hey, or something. And then it cuts. Why is it cut? How did Joe Rogan get him in this like double collar tie? He's honestly really lucky Joe Rogan didn't smash some knees up the middle.
Trash talk as a strategy. This didn't sit well with the husband, who then summoned up the courage of 20 grown men, or one Francis Ngannou.
Like, what? Why is that all we have? Fear Factor. You got 8 different cameras. I know you do. What are you telling me, that everybody turned off the cameras for this one part? Like, dude is luckier than anything that Joe Rogan didn't just... Oh gosh, even that. I wonder if I cracked my collarbone. I don't think so. I would know, right? Yeah, I would know. This hurts worse when I got hit by that thing. Anyway, dude escaped narrowly without his nose being turned into a pug.
Joe Rogan versus Comedy Store attendee. Outside the Comedy Store in Los Angeles, Joe Rogan had a discussion that unfortunately turned physical with someone attending the venue.
Was it a Your Mama joke? I bet it was. Man, those Your Mama jokes get me fired up.
Joe Rogan begins talking to the man about immigration laws, and the two go back and forth.
Oh, immigration laws. That makes sense. I would have guessed Your Mama jokes, but...
And the two go back and forth, all while
and then he says, don't touch me again. That's my guess. He says, don't touch me again. And then he goes, touch. And then he... or whatever Joe Rogan does. Probably sound like... or something, right? Surely? Let's see what happens from here.
Green sweater is in between them, and...
He gets him into a guillotine. Does he choke him out? He taps. Let's see if Joe Rogan respects the taps on the streets. See, he initiated this in a way, to be honest. I can respect the like, setting a boundary, but then he jumped on him. You know, that... He does respect the tap. And he says, see, look, I could have killed you if I wanted to. That's my guess on what he's saying.
Thinks that this guy has no idea what he's talking about, and he lets him know that's how he feels. The person on the...
Do you think Joe was like, oh, crap, this guy could sue me. I just jumped on top of him and put him in a guillotine. Let me just cool back down and chill out a minute.
Whether he's nervous or actually crazy, we can't tell. But he touched Joe Rogan, and Rogan warned him that if he touched him again, Joe'd choke him out.
That happened.
Here's another challenger who doesn't seem entirely like he's untrained, but instead, he looks like someone who believes that his 2 months of karate could beat someone who's...
Hey, man. First off, that's not karate. That is seemingly kung fu based off of the sash. I'm gonna guess some type of kung fu.
They're savvy in the grappling department. Whether the guy has good kicks or
It's
not
an outside trip.
is hard to tell. given the fact that he
immediately.
was taken down before he could send out any offense. Knowing how to kick is a super cool talent, like the coolest.
Thank you. I take back what I said.
It just doesn't translate
Hey! Alright! Ultimate Marshal! Get off my back!
when someone takes you down and acts like a boa constrictor. The challenger has no idea what to do, but the coach is giving him some time to try and figure something out. He failed the test. He had no idea how to escape, and I'm sure he's not felt this much like a toddler since pre-K.
Are these my jokes? I feel like these are my jokes.
This guy is an Olympian, and even in the older age, those hands move like he's in his 20s. Seen here is him taking on a young buck. The young guy seems a bit apprehensive to hit an older guy at first, but when he throws that first jab and Ernesto slips it, anyone with an educated eye knows that this is no typical old man.
Ooh, that was a nasty little slip.
Talented pugilist.
Oh,
The young dude ends up getting lit
wait.
up with some loot.
Oh no! First off, now see, here's what's weird. What punch is he about to throw here? Literally the only thing it could be is a back fist. Or a Hadouken. He could be throwing a Hadouken too. But this here, absolute trash. Nice shot. Oh.
Shots, and the power is obvious. I don't know.
Oh my gosh! Grandpa! Let him go!
Ends up getting lit up with some looping shots. I don't know what the backstory is or if this guy deserved to get rocked
Oh
like
my
this.
gosh.
But for the sake of me siding with the older dude, I'm going to assume that the man with his hair in a bun ran over Ernesto's dog.
Oh, man. I don't know if he was expecting the old dude to go light. I would expect the old dude to go light. I think if a man of that age freaking smoked me, I don't even know what I would do, to be honest. I would probably just crawl out of the ring. The first time that I'm like, whoa, he's hitting kind of hard, I would immediately take a step back and be like, hey, man. Actually, you know what? Fun fact, the only people who have ever hit me hard in sparring, people that are at least double my age. Every single person who has starched me in sparring. Actually, some of the only times I've been dropped are by, not this age, but like 50 plus, and it doesn't feel good. You know, it doesn't feel good. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my video, not freaking Ultimate Marshal, who made fun of me. Honestly, this is a good channel though. I'll probably subscribe again. I'll watch one more video of his, and then I'll make my decision. Thanks for watching. Peace. Good.